Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do an August 2022 reading for the sign of Sagittarius. And if you're a new Saggy joining me today, welcome. Glad you could stop by. Glad you found the channel. And I hope you come back. And if you are returning, we have a 7 of Hearts. Take note. You might see that again. If you're returning and you're a wonderful subscriber, thank you for coming back and thank you for your support. I am completely indebted to your support in keeping me going and my channel going. So I always want to mention that. Okay, Sag. Let's see what's going on for you for August 2022. What does Sagittarius need to know for August 2022? Okay. What do we need to talk about? Or what do we need to be aware of? Any of those things. Any forms of those things. Or any variation of the form. It's all the same and it's all different. It's a paradox. Sagittarius, one more card for Sagittarius. Yeah, spit it at me. Now we need some cards of advice. A few cards of advice, please. I'm not feeling that there's too much heaviness. There are several sets of double cards that came out, but I'm not feeling a lot of heaviness. Just to give you a heads up. Sometimes I feel that when I shuffle. Okay. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, let's see what's up. 8 of Diamonds, nice. Finances are looking good. You have a new start here with the 8 of Clubs and the King of Clubs. You're taking control of some kind of endeavor. 7 of Clubs. You were feeling trapped in a situation, or that's what you're doing at the moment. You're breaking yourself free. And the 4 of Hearts. So you have a very strong sense of security and support at home. The 8 of Diamonds, let me talk about that for a second since that came up first. This is about moving off from a point after experiencing some financial gains. It's about hard work paying off. It's also the entrepreneurial card. Like maybe now that you have some finances that came through for you, some money, some abundance, you're able to embark on this new start with the Ace of Clubs. The Ace of Clubs is also about acquiring new knowledge or skills, the desire to be kind of breaking into a new field. And I see the King of Clubs as the control and dominance. Like this is the power behind this new start. You're really taking charge of this. That's how I interpret this. Sometimes I interpret the face cards as people, but I think this is the energy behind your new start. Now it could also be that you have someone involved in this new start that I was going to say you're relying upon, but you're using their guidance, maybe their experience, to help you with this new endeavor. But like I said, with the 7 of Clubs, this is about needing to get out of a situation where you felt trapped. Could be a job, could be a relationship, could be just kind of a dead end. In general, your life wasn't headed in the direction you wanted, and also, it's also the card of people becoming unreliable. So I'm not sure. I think it's just a general feeling in your case in this reading of what you were doing before was not satisfying and you needed to get away. But like I said, you have a very strong sense of security and connection here with this 4 of Hearts. It's a very stable home life. Let's see what else we can dig up about Sagittarius and this new start. Possibly a new business venture, a new side gig, and your hard work paying off in some area. Maybe you're able to stop working and put all of your energy towards this. That would certainly be represented by a king. Nine of Spades. Yep, you just wrap something up. This is actually it's a pretty depressing card in that it talks about pretty significant loss, disappointment, dissatisfaction. I think dissatisfaction is the word I was looking for earlier, where you were trapped in some kind of situation that just left you feeling drained. I'm hearing drained and completely despondent and dissatisfied with where things are going. But I think this 9 is telling us that that's completed. So, because all this is very positive. The 8 of Diamonds, the Ace of Clubs, the King of Clubs, and the 4 of Hearts is quite opposite of that. That's everything being really nice, actually, emotionally and financially. And then you have the 4 of Diamonds. This is actually the windfall card. Perhaps you left a pretty drab career that maybe you had been working at for a long time, and you were saving money or putting it away somewhere, and now you're able to reap the rewards from that. So that would be the windfall. That also speaks, obviously, of very, very strong financial security. So I really strongly feel that that's what you're embarking on. This is probably for a specific Sagittarius, or a few, who are actually starting a new business or starting something brand new like that. You're able to do it basically because you have the funds behind you to do it now. Probably in the past you did not, and you had to work a long time to get there. And the 8 of Clubs, you are advancing from you're advancing from a point where, so this is a little bit vague, but this okay, I'll tell you what this card talks about. It talks about you needing to make a decision, like you've kind of reached a crossroads, and there's some indecision involved. Okay, it also involves some stubbornness, a fixed mindset. So I think you're trying to move on. That's what it is. Because this is the card of advancement. You're trying to move on from this place of being stuck, but you need to make a decision. But I think you have a very firm mindset about how things should be. Probably, again, a strong indicator of this King of Clubs energy of just, having a very firm control and dominance over the situation. So you have your fixed ideas. I think we all do. Especially when you're in command and you're in control of something, of course you're going to have your own ideas. If you didn't have a solid sense of identity with solid ideas or opinions, you couldn't be a leader. It's hard to be a leader unless you have at least a core of distinct ideas and opinions, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can't be a willow and go wishy-washy and take control of something. That's more of a follower, not so much a leadership. This is very much a leadership position, the King of Clubs. So you're at a crossroads. What else can you tell us? Yes, and you did just wrap up a cycle in your life. This is actually good news. This is the card of good news. It's also the card of traveling. It could have involved travel in the sense that you moved from one job to, a better position, a better company, or working for yourself. It could also mean, I look at this sometimes as mentally, emotionally moving from one mindset to another, which is interesting. It came out on this stubborn fixed idea card. I think that 10 has more to do with the situation that wrapped up where you were feeling trapped. Whereas the 8 of Clubs now is talking about your current situation of having to make a decision as you embark upon this new start. I hope I'm making sense. Yeah, and the 9 of Spades was the completion of a not so nice situation that left you feeling very empty and dissatisfied. But financially, you're secure, so you can move ahead. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at your cards of advice. Look at these threes. So there's a third element involved, possibly a third person. You could have like a business partner. It could be a spouse. The Three of Hearts is a lot of times about relationships. So I think maybe your spouse is involved in this. Maybe they're kind of your business partner. Maybe they're involved in the business in some manner. The thing is, the Three of Clubs right here talks about there being a little bit of struggle. So maybe that's part of the process here in this new start. You're working with somebody very closely and you're trying to figure out how to work together without having any conflict. It can be hard, especially if it's somebody you live with as well. You know, like a romantic partner or a spouse, a wife, a husband, what have you. If you haven't already reached this point, you are going to experience some conflict with somebody involved in this this new beginning. The Five of Hearts is about changes having to do with separation. So I don't know if you're on the verge of maybe temporarily separating from somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean divorce, but it's like someone has to remove themselves for some reason, for at least now. That is the card of separation, like literally two people not living together anymore. It could also mean the need for emotional separation, like when you're working with somebody you know so well, like a family member. When we're at the workplace, at the job, we need to disengage from them emotionally because we can't be as productive, we can't make objective decisions. I'm kind of getting a storyline about that's maybe affecting your judgment here. Two of Hearts, yes, you're very much involved with a partner here that's very close to you. And you're still desiring to maintain that closeness as indicated by the Two of Hearts. Nine of Clubs, again, talks about a completion. And this is the card of achievement. So perhaps that was your goal all along, was to achieve some kind of financial, entrepreneurial independence so that you could work with family, be close to family. I just think that maybe you're having a little bit of trouble with that. See if we can get some more cards of advice for Sagittarius. This reading's actually saying a lot. There's a lot going on here. Interesting dynamics, though. Six of Hearts. Again, we're looking at new opportunities, new paths to follow in the realm of relationships. This could also indicate you could be meeting somebody very significant who will become significant. Maybe they're not apparent. It's not apparent they're that significant at this time, or it's talking about how relationships can take different paths. You know, as we evolve and change over time, so does the relationship, and it opens new doors and opportunities for us. And where that relationship goes, you never know. You don't know in the beginning when you first meet somebody how it's going to end, because we all do. Inevitably, we all have to let go eventually, right? Whether it's through death or separation or just people having a change of heart. Six of Clubs. You have another card of destiny here. And, well, not destiny, but new opportunities. This is all about a lot of new opportunities and doors opening. This actually is going to lead to some personal growth. This path you're headed down. I'm feeling very strongly working with family has brought up the issues, the conflict that you need to work on to grow personally, spiritually, what have you. It's part of your life lesson. Look at it as a more broader thing, not just, oh, I have to deal with this person I'm not getting along with. The arching theme, I think, here is achieving the closeness that you want by working with them in business in some kind of entrepreneurial capacity is bringing up these challenges that you need to work through. I think that makes better sense. But it's bringing up new growth opportunities for you too. So it serves dual purposes. And 5 of Diamonds, you're going to be experiencing a lot of changes in your finances for the better. This is very nice. This is changes in fortune. It can also mean like a settlement, like I was thinking back, if you departed someplace with this windfall and you left with an early like retirement severance package kind of thing, that would be like an example of what this card can mean. It could also mean that you are embarking on new ways of just doing business and how you generate income. And I think that goes without saying. This reading is really about how you are generating income for yourself and somebody else significant. It's actually the 3 of Hearts. There's somebody else significant who's close to you, who's also involved, and it also affects them. But it's opening up new growth opportunities probably for you both, not just you. And it's definitely bringing a positive change to your finances. I'm still looking at this as a need for some kind of separation, and I'm not saying moving out, but some kind of emotional, mental detachment in order to make this work. Otherwise, you're going to continue to have these problems. But you desire the closeness, so it's kind of like you're kind of pulled in 2 different directions, huh? You want to maintain the closeness, but you also need to distance yourself. And when you're working, you put up the boundary, and you are working. Different mindset than when you're at home. Anyway, I hope that made sense, and I hope that was helpful. If you liked the video, I'm going to end it there, Sagittarius. If it wasn't obvious, it was obvious. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see when the next video comes out for August, mid-month, go ahead and hit subscribe, notifications. You'll get the notification on that. If you're interested in looking at the 2 July readings that came out in the last couple of weeks, there should be a playlist popping up here soon on the right if it hasn't already. You're welcome to check that out, and take care until I see you again.